everyone, welcome to MK Narrates, Real Stories Simply Told. Here we revisit real events, real people, and real mysteries, one story at a time. Events in this episode are based on media reports and publicly available information. Listener discretion is advised. Some crimes shake an entire country, and some slip quietly through the cracks, half unknown, half forgotten, even though they shouldn't be. On 31st July 2023, a tragedy unfolded on a moving train between Jaipur and Mumbai. Most people have barely heard of it, but for the passengers inside coach B5, they never escaped it. It was the early hours of the morning, around 5. The train was moving steadily. Most passengers asleep, the usual morning time calm inside the coaches. And then a sudden argument broke out between an RPF constable and his senior. Witnesses later said that the two had exchanged sharp words about duty and escort arrangements, but no one imagined what would happen next. A gunshot, a scream, and then silence. Passengers jolted awake, confused. For a few seconds, no one understood what had happened. But within moments, that silence broke. The constable fired again, this time at nearby passengers. People began running, ducking, trying to shield their families. Panic spread inside coach B5 as the gunman moved through the aisle with his service rifle. Some passengers cried for help. Some froze. Some hid under berths, hoping he would walk past. But he did not stop. After shooting his senior inside coach B5, he moved forward into the pantry car, where another passenger was shot dead. And then he walked into coach S6, firing again, claiming a fourth life. The train continued, speeding through the dark, unaware of the horror inside its coaches. A few brave passengers rushed to the chain and pulled the emergency brake, hoping to save whoever was left. Witnesses later said they could still hear footsteps and murmurs in the corridor. No one knew where the shooter would appear next. Finally, the train slowed and stopped between Mira Road and Dahisar near Mumbai. When the train halted, the gunman jumped off and tried to flee, but was caught within minutes by railway police, weapon still in his hand. Inside the coaches, chaos, fear, and disbelief remained. Currently, the accused is in Akola jail. Investigators explored every single angle. Was he under extreme mental stress? Did he plan the attack? Did he have a personal conflict with his senior? And yet, even with all these questions, the truth is still not fully understood. 4 lives were lost. Hundreds were left traumatized. And even today, the biggest question from that night remains the same. Why? In part 2, we'll look at what happened after the shooting, the investigation, the courtroom, the statements, and the different theories people still argue about. Thank you for listening. This is MK Narrates, Real Stories Simply Told. Join me in part 2, where we try to understand what this case truly became once the dust settled.